5:20 in the morning. Bright and early. Not so bright, it's still really dark outside. So what we got going on today? Taking my full FX3 kit, minus audio, as well as a DJI Avata. Battery's still charging, tripod. Gonna go shoot a triathlon today. So for this particular project, I wanted to try something a little different with my camera that I'd never tried before. With the FX3, since it's a full frame camera, there's an option to be able to crop into a Super 35, which just basically allows you to have a longer focal length. That's, in more simple terms, it crops in the image so it looks like a little bit longer of a focal length. So that was my goal for this project, was to kind of see how that would do. So we got there, we got all set up. This is the crew that we had put together. Sam Abelo and Evan Navarra, and that's Thomas. I don't remember his last name, and I haven't found him on social either, so yeah. But we got some donuts the director brought for us, and his wife, has his wife right there, and we just got set up and got ready for the first meet. It went really quickly today. There wasn't a lot of time in between events, so we got there and we got set up immediately. This is one of the race coordinators. She showed us a tour a little bit. Last time we came, they didn't actually swim for the triathlon on the day of. They had done some laps prior in a swimming pool because that boardwalk you just saw, it was blocked off and the water wasn't good quality or something like that. So she gave us a little tour of the beach and where we could set up, and just some information. The beach here, the water is brown. It's a brown color, which is kind of weird. It's like a chocolatey coffee color. This first race I was on my camera. The second race I mostly covered it with the Avata. Tried to get as many dynamic shots as I could because I knew everyone else was going to be on tripod. It was really interesting to be able to see what the FX3 could do in this light. I hadn't tried it before going crop sensor, and it was a lot of fun to have. It's really cool to have that option in the camera. With I got this gig, I was going to school at UCF in the film program, and one of the teachers sent out an announcement for the opportunity to go film a triathlon last November, and I saw it a couple days late, and I messaged the professor, and he said, sorry, but the deadline's already been cut. I think that he's got his hands full with other videographers. So I found the contact information for the race coordinator and messaged her, who put me in contact with the director for the project, and he invited me on board. He was really excited to have an extra hand. So I'm definitely glad I reached out, and it just kind of shows that you really have to put yourself out there, not just take no for an answer, but go a little higher up the chain and get permission. So yeah, back then we shot 3 triathlons for them in one day. It was like 6 to 8 hours that we were there, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. The main sponsor for the event, he was really impressed with the work that we did, and so they invited us back. And this was a free project. We didn't get paid for it this time or the time before, but this type of work is something that I'm interested in doing, so I was super willing to do it for free and get some sports content on my resume. Okay, so this is basically what I did for this triathlon. So the deliverables, one, they were only supposed to be in 1080p, no log formats, just standard picture profile. Very simple deliverables because it was a free project. We didn't want to take too much time. The director wanted everything put on a Google Drive so that everyone could have access to it. So we shot at the minimum, basically. So for this, on the FX3, since it's a full frame sensor, you can actually crop into a APS-C size sensor. So that's what I did. And what that basically does is it makes it so that you're only, if this is your full frame of your sensor on the screen here being shown, when you crop in, it'll zoom in, but it'll be higher quality than a digital zoom. So what you do, you come down here where it says, oh, you got to change it so that it can't shoot in 4K, which is the only downside. But for this specific project, we weren't shooting in 4K. And you come and it says APS-C. Let's see if I can get that to focus. APS-C Super 35 shooting. Click that, and you can change it to on, and voila, you're cropped in. Now this is on my 24-70. It's set at 70 millimeters with the Super 35 crop is around a 105 millimeter. Again, I'll show you real quick with it on and off. So there it is, off. On. Off. You can see a little bit of the door frame right here on this side, and you can see the wall on this side. When you crop in, you barely see the door frame on this side, and there's no door frame on this side. So it's basically a 105 millimeter. You can zoom out, and that's, I think the equivalent of a 24 is 35 millimeter. And you can do it in post too. You can take it and scale up the video. And if you did shoot 4K, and you wanted to export in 1080p, you could essentially scale it. But we weren't shooting in 4K. And where it's a triathlon and you want to get up close with the action, up close with the athletes, I don't have a telephoto lens and didn't want to go rent one for a free project. And so this was a easy solution.